Good morning. Today's lesson 86, number families, and we're just going to go through and take some notes real quick, and then we'll look at some examples. So we've looked at counting numbers before, like when we say count to 10, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth. We don't start with 0. So counting numbers, start at 1 and go forward. Whole numbers are all the counting numbers, but then we also count 0. So 0 is considered a whole number. So whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Integers would be anything on a number line. So it's all the whole numbers and their opposites. So it'd be like 1 and -1, 2 and -2, and it includes 0. So it would be what a traditional number line is. And then rational numbers are all the numbers that can be written as a ratio or a fraction of two integers. Okay, so remember, an integer is anything on the number line. If you could put any of these in a fraction, okay, then it would be considered a rational number. So if we look at 1 over 2, that's a fraction. 5 over 3, any of these count. Even like a decimal can be written as a fraction if it is a perfect fraction. So sometimes you get a decimal that is never ending. That is not a rational number. So oftentimes the square root of something is not a rational number because it's not a perfectly ending number like 0.125. Okay, so we can even include like a mixed number, 4 1/5, but what we would actually write it as the improper fraction. Okay, so let's take a look at this inclusion here. So we'll start here in the middle. So we start with counting numbers. Counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are also whole numbers. So if I said, are all counting numbers whole numbers, you'd say, yeah. If I said, are whole numbers counting numbers? No, because, or so I should say, are all whole numbers counting numbers? Because 0 is a whole number. Then it goes to integers. Integers would include the number line. So counting numbers and whole numbers are all integers, but not all integers are whole numbers or counting numbers, okay? And then all of those fall into the circle of rational numbers. So here's a bunch of examples, okay? So I could say, are all rational numbers integers? No. I mean, there's an integer, but that's not. Okay, that's a rational number. There's an integer. Okay. So anything on the inside is included in what is on the outside, but you can't go backwards. You can't say rational numbers, all rational numbers are integers, all integers are whole numbers. You can't do that, but it's the other way around. All whole numbers are integers, all whole numbers are also rational numbers. So if we look at the example, it says graph the integers that are less than 4. So if we were to think of everything on a number line, positive and negative, that is less than 4, that would be 3 and all the numbers below it. Graph the whole numbers that are greater than 6. Okay, and it does not include 6 or any fraction of it. It starts at 7 and goes bigger. So the question is are all rational numbers integers? Let's go look and see. Are all these rational numbers integers? No, because I have these kind of numbers. So integers would be what you'd find on a number line, the positive and negatives. Okay, and a way to test it is you could say, this is a rational number. Is that an integer? No, it's not. All whole numbers are integers. True. Let's double check. Are all whole numbers in the integer wheel? Yes, it is. Okay, they all fall on a number line, and integers also fall on a number line. Okay, so go ahead and do the practice set, hit pause, and then come back. Okay, so it asked you to look at A, it said is greater than -4. So if I look at this, I cannot include -4 because it didn't say equal to. But it would be anything bigger than that. So you wanted to plot anything bigger. This one is to plot anything less than 4. So I cannot include 4, but I would do 3, 2, 1, and so forth. And then it asked a true or false statement.